Dear students, in this video I am going to explain chapter 2, Force and Pressure. In this chapter mainly we learn about motion. What is motion? A body is said to be in motion when its position changes with respect to its surroundings. If the body is not changing its position, we can say the body is at rest. Suppose you are traveling in a car. If you look outside the car window, you will notice that you are in motion in relation to the objects like light posts, houses, shops, and trees, etc. But you are at rest in relation to the objects like the driver and co-passengers inside the car. There are different types of motion. First, translatory motion. If the object as a whole moves in such a way that every point on the object moves through the same distance in the given time, then the object is said to have translatory motion. That is, the object should move as a whole. Translatory motion can be divided into two types. First one is rectilinear motion and the second one is curvilinear motion. What is a rectilinear motion? If an object in translatory motion moves along a straight line, then it is said to have rectilinear motion. If an object in translatory motion moves along a curved line, then it is said to have curvilinear motion. For example, a train moving in a straight track has rectilinear motion, and when this train takes a turn, it has curvilinear motion. Now, another type of motion is circular motion. If an object moves in a complete circle, it is said to have circular motion. For example, a dog running around a circular fountain is in circular motion. Another type of motion is rotatory motion. The motion of an object is said to be rotatory if the motion of all particles of the object is along a circular path with respect to an imaginary line called the axis of rotation. For example, the motion of hands of a clock and rotating blades of a windmill or a ceiling fan are examples of rotatory motion. Now, another type of motion is oscillatory motion or vibratory motion. If an object moves back and forth about its mean position, then the object is said to have oscillatory or vibratory motion. Another type of motion is repetitive motion. Repetitive motion means a motion that repeats itself after certain interval of time. It is of two types. That is, repetitive motion can be divided into two types. First one is periodic motion. and the second one is non-periodic motion. Now, what is periodic motion? If an object repeats its motion at a regular interval of time, then the object is said to have periodic motion. For example, revolution of the earth, oscillations of a pendulum, and rotation of the earth about its axis are periodic motions. Non-periodic motion. If an object does not repeat its motion at regular intervals of time, then the object is said to have non-periodic motion. For example, leaves falling from a tree or the running of Batman between wickets. These type of motions are not repeating for a certain interval of time, so it is called non-periodic motion. Now another type of motion is random motion. When an object moves in a way that it does not follow any fixed pattern, we say that the object is in random motion. That is, we can say if the motion is not having any particular direction, we can say that body is in random motion. Another type of motion is multiple motion. If an object performs more than one type of motion at the same time, then the object is said to have multiple motion. For example, the wheels of a car or a bicycle have both rotatory and translatory motion. That is, it is the combination of rotatory and translatory motion. That is why it is called multiple motion. Another example is a drilling machine has rotatory as well as rectilinear motion. In the next part, we are going to learn about uniform speed and non-uniform speed. What is uniform speed? If a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then we can say the body is in uniform speed. For example, a car that travels 40 km in the first hour, 40 km in the next hour, and 40 km in the third hour, we can say that car is in uniform speed. Now, non-uniform speed. Non-uniform speed is a body when a body travels unequal distances in equal interval of time. That is, when a body travels unequal distances in equal interval of time, then we can say that body is in non-uniform speed. For example, a car travels 40 km in the first hour, 25 km in the next hour, and 35 km in the third hour. We can say that car is in non-uniform speed. Now, next part is average speed. What is average speed? Average speed is defined as the total distance traveled by an object divided by the total time taken to cover that distance. That is, we can say the formula, we can say average speed is equal to total distance covered by the object upon time taken. This is the formula we use to find the average speed. Some of the numericals related to this portion is given in your textbook. You go through that numericals and learn all the numericals. The next portion I will explain through the next video.